Hello my friends and welcome to this new episode of Money Talk. You know, when you're an investor, it is really important to understand the businesses you invest in. And the power of brands is something that is often ignored or misunderstood. And today I want to talk to you about a story that really shows the importance and the power of brands. More specifically, we will talk about Virgin Cola, one of the biggest failures of a legendary entrepreneur, Richard Branson. Before getting started, please hit the subscribe button down there to never miss a new video and activate the notification bell to increase your financial literacy every single week. And also, if you prefer reading rather than watching videos, you can go to my website oakwealthbuilder.com in the article section. There you will see all of my videos in the written format. I remember one day in the early 2000s, when I was still a little boy, I was at school and we had recess. And all the kids were playing football, and I was watching them. And yes, I was only watching because I never liked playing football. And one of the kids playing football had recently traveled to the UK, and he was holding something strange in his hands. He had a bottle that looked like Coca-Cola, but it wasn't. It was a bottle of Virgin Cola. And a few days ago, I was thinking again about that memory, and I realized, wait a minute, I never saw a bottle of Virgin Cola again. What happened? And during the same day, I read an article about Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors on this planet. And he said that his investment philosophy has three criteria. The first criteria for the company he invests in is that the company must have an amazing management. The second criteria, the company must be sold at a fair price. And the third criteria, the company must have a durable competitive advantage, a moat that protects it against the other competitors. In other words, the company must have a unique value proposition, propose something that is impossible for the competitors to imitate or to copy. And one of the biggest moats for a company can be its brand, because a brand is something unique. It is unique to the company. And now you might ask, why am I talking about all of this? What is the connection between Warren Buffett, business moats, brands, and Virgin Cola? Well, I talk about all of this because in the rise and fall of Virgin Cola, the power of brands was the key element of the story. And Virgin Cola is the cautionary tale of what happens when a newcomer wants to attack a big and well-established brand such as Coca-Cola. And I can already tell you, Virgin Cola does not exist anymore. And it was probably one of the biggest fails and one of the biggest lessons for Sir Richard Branson, the legendary entrepreneur. For those of you who don't know it, Richard Branson is a British man and he's famous for being a serial entrepreneur. He created a lot of different businesses in very different industries. He started out with Virgin Records, a music recording company, and then created very different things such as Virgin Atlantic, an airline business, and also, more recently, Virgin Galactica, a space flight company. And one morning in the 1990s, when he was already successful, he woke up and he said, wait a minute, the cola business is worth $50 billion a year. And if we had only a 1% market share of this industry, we will still make a lot of money. And that is more or less how the idea of Virgin Cola was born, approximately. And he had already been successful at taking down a market leader and replacing it, just like he did with British Airways in the airlines industry. And the cola industry had been dominated for decades and decades by only one brand, Coca-Cola. And yes, Pepsi. But you know, Pepsi is like HTC in the smartphone business. We can forget about them. Plus, Coca-Cola was in a weak position. It was the moment to attack because they had had two flops in just a few years. In 1990, they wanted to innovate with a marketing campaign called the Magic Can. In that marketing campaign, a minority of Coca-Cola cans would have a gift. They would have a banknote, a dollar bill that could be anything between $1 and $500. And the banknote would pop up when you open the can, but it was necessary that people could not recognize the winning cans because of the special mechanism that was inside of them. So they put a special liquid. But the special liquid had a very unpleasant smell. And people started saying that magic cans actually smelled like farts. This campaign was such a disaster that it lasted only 24 days. And a couple of years later, they launched a new brand, CocaCola, that was supposed to appeal to the younger generation. And it was another miserable failure. It was a perfect opportunity for a newcomer. So Richard Branson launched Virgin Cola in 1994, and he paid a Canadian company called Cut to do the beverage. And then Virgin was going to commercialize the product.
You'll find my phone number on the side of the can.
At first, you could see the new beverage only in Virgin Atlantic flights. It makes sense. And then it was sold in theme parks and in small retail shops in the United Kingdom. And later on, Branson struck an interesting deal with Tesco, a very important retail business in the UK. He signed a contract to put Virgin Cola on the shelves, right next to Coca-Cola. In the meantime, the guys at Coca-Cola didn't take Richard Branson very seriously. They said, he can really be a threat to our well-established and big brand. And if he has a small market share in the UK, who cares? But Richard Branson really liked his success, and he decided to expand Virgin Cola overseas, and he started a very lavish marketing campaign by hiding Coca-Cola signs with his signs, by doing very special communications, and also by hiring Pamela Anderson. I guess you understand why. And in '98, Richard Branson drove a tank in Times Square to ride over a pile of Coca-Cola cans. He was there to announce to the entire planet that he was there to take the throne of the king. And Virgin Cola outsold Coca-Cola in the United Kingdom. At that moment, the guys at Coca-Cola realized that Richard Branson was a potential threat, and they decided to take massive action. And that is where Richard Branson made a mistake. He didn't grasp yet the entire strength of the Coca-Cola brand and all the resources they could use against him. You have to remember that Coca-Cola was the third largest company in the United States in 1996, and the brand was valued at $72 billion, the most valuable brand at the time. And still today, it is the fifth most valuable brand. The guys at Coca-Cola created a task force that had a very simple mission: make Virgin Cola disappear. And they even called this task force the SWAT team. We are Coca-Cola, we are the SWAT team, and we're going to wipe out Virgin Cola from the face of the earth. It was a fight between David and Goliath, but this time David was going to be the one to get killed. The SWAT team was sent to the UK, and they signed a very important deal. They signed an exclusivity contract with Tesco and all other retailers in the United Kingdom. It means that the only brand of cola-type beverages that retailers could sell was going to be Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola threatened the retailers to remove their fridges and all the other brands of the Coca-Cola group. You may think that removing the Coca-Cola fridges was no big deal, but believe me, there were so many Coca-Cola fridges in the UK that buying new ones to replace them was going to cost millions and millions of pounds. And especially small retail businesses could not afford that. And Richard Branson knew nothing about all of these negotiations. One day, he just woke up and he realized that they were not selling Virgin Cola anymore. It was a slow decline for Virgin Cola. And when they realized that Bangladesh was the only country where they were still making some sales, they decided to discontinue manufacturing. And in 2012, Virgin Cola was officially deceased. It was going to join the very big cemetery of the failed brands. And today, in retrospect, Richard Branson says that the failure of Virgin Cola was the biggest lesson in branding that he ever received.
You know, if you create a new business that's the best in its field, it's likely to survive. When we took on Coca-Cola, a can of cola, Virgin Cola, and a can of Coke, you know, ours may taste a little bit better than theirs, but we're not exceptionally better, and therefore it was easy for them to, you know, just their sheer might and their sheer market dominance, they could put us out of business. But when you've got British Airways versus Virgin Atlantic, when they tried to put us out of business, Virgin Atlantic was a much better airline, so you know people didn't desert us in droves.
By the way, for those who may still be nostalgic about Virgin Cola, you can still find Pammy bottles in eBay. Pretty expensive. That's it for this video about Virgin Cola. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If that is the case, please give it a thumbs up. And I also hope you learned something about the power of brands. If there is a topic you want me to cover in a future video, you can write me an email to the address that is in the description below. And I will see you very soon for the next video. In the meantime, take care. What? You can still find Coca-Cola Magic Cans in eBay for that price? What the f***?